Canadian government is now running ads trying to convince people to take their own lives. This is not a joke. What I'm about to show you is an actual ad from the Canadian government.
Sacred. When I imagine my final days, I see bubbles. I see the ocean. I see music. Even now, as I seek help to end my life, there is still so much beauty.
So not only is the Canadian government offering people the supplies needed and the medical assistance that they need to take their own lives.
So Noah is claiming the Canadian government is running ads to convince people to choose medical assistance in dying. While I agree with the high-level sentiment that he presented in the video, we need to be careful with the truth. The All Is Beauty film that he covered wasn't a government ad. It was a 3-minute brand film by a private clothing retailer. The woman in it, Jennifer Hatch, was a real person, but the beauty part of the ad sold was a hollow lie. Jennifer didn't actually want to die. She chose MAID because she couldn't get the medical care she needed for her condition. The system failed her, and then a corporation used her debt to sell. That's the real dystopian truth. To say that the government is pushing this narrative is too much of a straw man from far right-wing sources. So there's even more nuance. There are some intense requirements to get MAID. 2 independent doctors, written requests, and informed consent. But in Canada, the reasonably foreseeable death requirement was removed in 2021. You don't have to be terminally ill to qualify anymore. The expansion to mental illness as a sole underlying condition has been delayed till 2027. We're seeing a shift where death care is becoming more accessible and cheaper than actual healthcare or disability support. Let's think about it. When the system makes life a burden because society refuses to help you carry it, yeah, it's cheaper to die than to live. MAID is legal in Canada and multiple US states. This isn't just a distant issue anymore. It's becoming more relevant across the West. Now, there is an additional moral dilemma when you weigh terminal illness against the despair of depression and mental illness, which Noah doesn't talk about. As believers, we recognize that whether it's a body failing or a mind suffering, the answer isn't MAID. It's seeking grace in God and a will to live life for His glory and loving others. But at the same time, I've never been terminally ill, so what do I know? We as Christians in society are not prepared to handle this and protecting human life. We fight against abortion, starvation, and war, but we're quiet on the quiet death in the hospital room. That said, this is an extremely complicated issue to handle, just like abortion, that simply being against it won't resolve the issues that lead to this. We need systemic change, better funding for palliative care, robust mental health support, and a church that acts as a true safety net. We need to do a lot more in helping people through their suffering, not by glamorizing pain, but by maximizing care. If we want to end MAID, we have to make life worth living for those the world's forgotten. So, what are your suggestions? God bless.